What up, y'all? It's your boy R to the A to the S. Yes, Roz here with Proceed with Caution Blog. And today I'm talking about giving you my opinion on some of the lyrics of Too Human, the Json Lecrae song. Um, One of the things I really noticed about the song is mainly that people have a voice. The Christian rap community has a voice. And when I talk about the Christian rap community, I'm not talking about the rappers. I'm talking about you got the websites, you got the bloggers, you got the Twitter people, you got people like myself, reviewers, if you want to call what I do reviews. You have even message boards like the Holy Culture message board. We have a voice, and that voice can be used to um, say something positive or say something negative. You know, or let's say destructive, not negative. Because something negative don't mean it's evil. It could be something destructive. Um, and you see, even though with one of the biggest artists and the most popular artists in Christian hip hop and Lecrae, that what we say about them affects them. They're humans. You know what I'm saying? They don't live in this bubble. They hear what's going on. They hear what's in the streets, as Json said. You know what I'm saying? He keeps his ear to the street. So they hear what's going on. I want to talk about a couple other things that were brought up in the song. Number one, as Json said, you know, people call him a snake and a liar because he didn't respond to them on Twitter or Facebook. That to me is so ridiculous. I mean, if you think you're that important that an artist has to respond to you, has to tell has to say something to you, I think that's a clear case of the scriptures where it says you think of yourself more highly than you ought to think. If you're calling Json a snake and a liar because he's not responding to you, then you really think you're that important. And you really have a pride issue. If you think you're that important, then somebody has to respond to you. That's a hard issue, and you definitely need to check that. Seriously. Um, and I agree with Json somewhat, and I have a different perspective. I don't totally agree with that philosophy. But I agree definitely that his priority is to, first of all, to his wife, which he even said on this album. That's his first priority. Of course, secondly, his children. That is who he needs to be spending the majority of his time with, not responding to your email or your Twitter or your Facebook responses. Can I collab with you? Can we chop it up? Can I talk to you on the phone? You sound like a big old stan if you're at that point where you, especially a man. Let's just keep it blunt. You sound like a stan, man. If we want to spend time with another dude like that, I understand being a fan, but come on, brother. Come on, baby, come on. You know what I'm saying? You need to check that, brother. You don't want to turn into no stan situation. You're writing letters and stuff, all right? Dear Json. Dear Lecrae. No. Check that. But anyway, secondly, I think there's another side to that. And that is, I think, for some artists, and I'm not talking about Json, but for some artists, I think that's an excuse. You know, I got my family, I got this, I got to do that. And I think, not all the time, but sometimes I think some artists should respond to these certain things. I mean, what harm is it going to do to tell that person no? No, we can't chop it up. No, we can't collab. Now, again, like Json said, he said on one of his chats, he has a right to not to respond. And I agree. But at the same time, I think for some artists, you got to look at that part of your ministry is to these people. You're here to serve these people. You're a servant. You're a servant to these folks. Part of that might be to say no. I mean, what is it? What is it? How long is it going to take you to say no? What, like 10 seconds? 2 seconds? No. Sin. No, we can't collab. I don't have time to chop it up. Sin. It's not going to take long. And some artists, I mean, you will see them on Twitter. I ain't going to name no names, but you will see them on Twitter or whatever. Yeah, man, I just played Call of Duty, blah, blah, blah. Wait a minute. If you got time to play Call of Duty, you try to tell me you ain't got time to send an email or a response to a person? Come on, man. These people supporting you. They put money in your pockets. Tell that brother no. So he don't, you know what I'm saying? He don't get upset. But if he do get upset, that's on him. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a balance to it. As far as the Lecrae thing, man, I really think he should take some more time to communicate the changes that's going on. Because there's so many accusations, some of which are straight up lies. But, like Paul, sometimes you got to defend your ministry. You got to defend your ministry. You got to lay it out. This is why I don't use this approach to music anymore. This is why I'm doing a Don Cannon mixtape. This is why I'm with Status Selector. I'm at the beat, all of these things, this is why my message sounds different now. It's not that I'm watering down, but it's because A, B, C, D. Because again, if these things are affecting you, then you need to give your side of the story to explain why you do what you do. Simple as that. And there's many ways that Lecrae can do it. He can, to reach guys. They got, cameras. If you want to do a webcam, if you want to do an interview style, you got Wado, you got Christian Manifesto, Holla Fest. All these people do interviews. They're, they're professional in what they do. They can easily sit down and say, hey, let's get your side of the story. And so again, if these things are affecting you, I think Lecrae should take a little bit more time fleshing it out, all of these changes. You know what I'm saying? And a little 2-minute song ain't really going to do it. It's not. He needs to flesh it out. So that's my opinion, man, on the song. I think it's a good song, but there's a balance to it as well, what they're saying. And I think it's a balance. So that's my opinion. Love to hear yours. This is Proceed with Caution Blog. As you can see, man, I'm human too. Kobe sucks, and I'm out.